Hey everyone, and welcome to the results video of the mini bicycle ride contest. In this contest, all the players had to build a ride that uses these bicycles from the Monorail cycles ride. Now, and we got 13 entries in this contest. I will show all of them. I'll start with the one that got the lowest score, and I'll finish by announcing who's the winner of this round. Alright, in 13th place we have this entry from Alex0903. He created this dueling bicycle ride, which travels quite high above the land. Yeah, it travels through this foresty landscape also with some mine scenery. There's this big building here for the station. Maybe a little bit long station for such a ride. Yeah, it does appear to attract a lot of guests. Now, when you're playing a scenario, I get placing a ton of benches and litter bins. But for a ride like this, I think the amount of path decoration here might be a little bit excessive. Maybe it would be nice to have some path coverings here and there to allow guests to stand in the shade in the queue, something like that. I think that's much more appealing than just a ton of these screens, for example. And also when you're making a building like this, I think it's always a good idea to add a few windows to it, just to make it look a little bit nicer. But yeah, overall, I think it's an alright bicycle ride. Okay, here's the entry from LOL69. He created this bicycle ride here, which travels around this Eiffel Tower. Now, it has these huge barriers around the track. Probably would have looked nicer if he used the less tall version of these barriers, so that people could actually watch these cyclists go around. Also, there's also diagonal walls. Probably would have looked nicer than diagonal blocks, I think. So some objects here definitely could have been better. I do like these little fountains here in the middle, and this whatever this is a courtyard path. I think that's also pretty nice. Also see a little stall over here. Not really sure what it is. Probably something French. But yeah, fun entry, but these barriers, I think they're a little bit too tall. Alright, next entry is from Laurens Lot. He recreated a scene from a Dutch show called Ter Land, Ter Zee en in de Lucht. Basically what it entails is that people who join, they create some custom vehicles, often bicycles, and they have to do stuff like go down a ramp and then cross a very narrow path and then ring a bell at the end. Now, I think it's fun how Laurens Lot recreated this. Here you can see this bicycle going down here. Here the path is more narrow, and he recreated a bell by using this recolorable gong. And over here we can see another ride. Here guests enter a bicycle, and then I guess they also cross a narrow path. Not really sure what this is supposed to be. Use these chairlift cables. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but it's probably another one of these obstacle courses, let's call it that. But yeah, I think it's a fun representation of that ride. Also has some fun details like these rescue boats, and there's also some rescue divers underwater here. I think those are all really fun details. Okay, next entry is from Soccer Dude, and he recreated a pod racing scene from one of the Star Wars movies. Now, I think that's really cool. You can see the guests traveling around here on a bicycle, and they have a car in front of them with the engine and stuff. I think that's really creative. I think it's also really nicely executed. The scenery, however, does look a little bit repetitive, especially here at the edges of the park. Maybe some different color gradients would have helped to make that look nicer, or at least some irregularity on the side would have been nicer, I think. Alright, next entry is from Jacco Walraven, and he created a stadium where guests race against each other on bicycles. I believe it's called the Velodrome. And I think it's really cool how he created this racing track here on the edge. And the stadium, I think it also looks really nice. I actually like how he used these bridge pieces as part of the stadium. I think that's really creative. Now here in the middle we can also see a swing ride which travels around with also with bicycle vehicles. It's probably a little bit fast, but I think it is a fun idea for a ride. So yeah, nice entry from Jaco Walraven. Okay, next entry is from 3DS Bacon. He made a little cityscape with a park. So here you can see the park, and this park has guys on a bicycle pulling passengers forward on a little cart, and then they travel throughout the park, and also here on the bicycle lane for a bit. I really like how this bicycle lane is laid out here. We can also see some other traffic. And I think it's also pretty cool how the bicyclists carry these or pull these carts forward. Something which I liked a little bit less was this transition here. You see these triangular metal pieces here to make this path diagonal. But the color difference between these tiles is a little bit big. I think, for example, with black triangular pieces, the color difference between them is already much less. And I think that would already make it look a little bit better. But yeah, that's of course just my opinion. I think it's always a good idea to try to find track pieces that blend in well if you use very different ones. Yeah, overall, pretty fun idea. Alright, the next entry is from Chargels. You may recognize his name. He has his own YouTube channel, also for Rollercoaster Tycoon. And since recently, he has started to make videos again, which I think is really exciting. He's working on a big mega park. Now, he made this hardline twister coaster in the middle. And then there's this bicycle ride which travels all around it. It looks like it has a chain lift on it to make the ride a little bit faster. Now, I think the foliage actually looks pretty nice. I quite like the colors of the different rides. I think the colors work really well together. The bicycle ride, pretty simple, but I think it works well enough. The station, however, I think the roof is a little bit of a hot mess. But overall, I think the park looks really nice. And it's nice to see Chargels back in action. Right here you see the park that you saw in the beginning of the video. This is the entry from Max Arceus. He made this really nice looking garden. And it of course also has a bicycle ride traveling through it. So here you can see the bicycles leaving the station. They travel through this garden here with all these flowers and this elephant fountain. I really like these colors, and I think it's a really cool idea to have these bicycles just go through the gardens at the same level. I think that's really neat. Now, here we can see it travel through a bit of a foresty section, and then here the guests travel under a waterfall and then up the mountain. This section over here is very glitchy. That probably could have been done a little bit better. But yeah, the guests finally travel up the mountain here, and then they go off the mountain here. A very fast section immediately followed by a curve. Maybe if the mountain was moved back a little bit, it would have allowed Max Arceus to make a bit more of a graceful curve here at the end, because this does look quite dangerous. But yeah, overall I think it's a really neat entry, and I really love these gardens. Right, here's the entry from Savvy Adam. He did something completely different. This is of course a curling stage, or a curling arena I should probably say. So here you can see the arena. There's these curling fields, or basically just lots of ice. And here you can see the contestants. Yeah, they're moving forward, these huge curling, not really sure what the name for those for them is. I'll just call them pucks. But yeah, they're just moving them forward here onto the field. You can see lots of other contestants here. I believe they're divided over 4 teams from different Roller Coaster Tycoon communities. I think it's really nice how Savvy Adam put this together. It was one of my favorite entries, just because of how different it is, and just because of how creative I think it is. Very nicely done. Alright, the next entry is from Widget Kitty. Widget Kitty made this bicycle ride here. This map looks huge, by the way. I think it's based on one of those kinds of ice cream. But yeah, here in the center you have this big block of ice cream, and there's 2 cutouts, both very heavily decorated. I like how you can see this bicycle ride travel around on different levels. And each of these levels also have their own color. Now, lots of scenery here. I do think all these barrels and objects maybe do get a little bit repetitive. But overall, I think it looks pretty nice. So yeah, lots of mining equipment here in the lower levels. And here in the top level, there's more of a candy decoration. But yeah, I like how well decorated this entry is. And there's just a lot to see in the map. So I think Widget Kitty did a great job. Right, here's the entry from Lurker. This entry is called Tiny Glen. It has a big bicycle ride which travels through these entire gardens. I think it looks wonderful. Got petal cycles. But yeah, I think it looks great. I love how it travels over the maze here. So I guess these cyclists can give the guests in the maze some encouragement, or maybe the other way around. Yeah, we can see some of these giant insects around, some more gardens, some beautiful landscaping here as well, some great looking buildings. Yeah, it just looks like a typical entry you would expect from Lurker. Yeah, it just looks beautiful everywhere you look. I don't know what else to say. I think Lurker did an amazing job on this entry, and it's a well-deserved 3rd place. Alright, there's just 2 entries remaining. I'll first show both of them, and after that I will reveal which one is the winner of this round. Okay, here's the entry from In Error Predicting a Fault. He based this entry on a French story, an animated story. Now I don't recall what the name of it was. This called Belleville. I saw the trailer of it, and yeah, it was just an incredible style. It also had a ship that looked exactly like this. But yeah, if you have seen the trailer or if you have seen the movie, I think you will love this entry. But even if you haven't seen it, I think it looks incredible. The style of these buildings is it's just amazing, especially this building over here. Yeah, it just looks incredible. It's I love all the different objects that In Error Predicting a Fault used to make this building. It's huge and it looks incredible. But all these other buildings here look amazing as well. I love the color palette that he used for all these buildings. And yeah, it just looks amazing. As for the ride itself, yeah, it's actually some sort of bicycle-powered boats, which are chased by gangsters in the gangster cars. I think that's really creative, and I believe it's a reference to some of the scenes in the movies. But yeah, this entry is definitely worth checking out yourself if you haven't done so yet. You can download all these entries from my Discord server, and Discord is completely free. So if you want to, you can check them out yourself. But yeah, I think In Error Predicting a Fault really outdid himself and did a wonderful job here. Alright, and here's the final entry. This is the entry from Keiswa, a newcomer on my Discord server. So it's nice to see how good he already is at this game. So yeah, you can see a skiing slope, but it's in summer. so I guess are not actually skiing, but there's the mountain bike world championship going on. I guess it's some sort of Red Bull event. That's probably what it would be. But yeah, here you can see the station for the ride. I guess get on their bicycles here, and then there's this downhill course. You can see them do some crazy maneuvers here, just like you would expect from a world championship. So yeah, some big jumps, but also some parts and some curved bridges over here. And it's just really fun following these bicyclists downhill. But yeah, some really cool details throughout the map. So there's a little river here. There's also some clouds over the track. I really like how Keeswa did that. He said there was also an illegal rave party, so that must be over here. But yeah, some really funny details throughout the map. Yeah, I just really enjoy when a newcomer on my Discord immediately uses a lot of nice tricks and creates something spectacular like this. Alright, now it's time to reveal which one of these last two entries is the winner of this round. Is it this skiing slope from Keeswa, or is it this beautiful cartoonish cityscape from In Error Predicting a Vault? And the winner of the mini bicycle contest is... In Error Predicting a Vault. Yeah, In Error Predicting a Vault, I already said it. I absolutely loved this entry. This cityscape is amazing. And when you see the trailer of this movie, or when you see the movie itself, it definitely makes sense. But yeah, just a wonderful entry. In Error Predicting a Vault did an amazing job. Now, there were quite a few really beautiful entries in this contest. And I really enjoyed receiving all these entries from these players and also reviewing them. Alright, we'll start a new mini contest pretty soon. If you want to join, just become a member on my Discord server. Anyone can join of any skill level, as you could see in this contest as well. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like this video. And if you want to see more videos like these, you can always subscribe to my channel. Alright, that was going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again in the next one. See you later.